was just pondering. Mm-mm. No, I'm just playing. No, I was just pondering. Because, I don't know. I don't even call it beliefs. It just take a sense of knowing to be knowing that this is to not let these people bother you too much. Don't think about it too much. Too much. I was reading some definitions and social, because I was like, social media, where did this shit even come from? So I think I did something on this a while back, but they changed the definition on etymology of what social was. I thought that was interesting. But it says something, it could be like a whole store, something that latches on to something else. But then I was like, okay, that sounds like a parasite. And so I looked up the definition and etymology for parasite, and I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. So how they feed off of other people's table, or say like the table, the red carpet is rolled out for the Christ, and these people just had to get on the bandwagon and try to make themselves viral online to try to take away the light from spirit. And then they'll sit there and rub your nose in it or be haughty, or some of these people that could have been on the earthly realm, and they could have molested. Rape and pillage can be many different things, for our seeds and stuff like this, and they hid these children in like covens and stuff like this. um they hid these children in covens and stuff, and they were mating with whoever these people in the industry that thought that they was going to move themselves up in the ranks off of the blood of the real Christ, or the real royals, or the real people that are going up, by being making it a popularity contest or something like this. But it's really, they're eating off my table basically. So it may look like I could be broke, never broken, but it looks like I'm broke, but it's really a bunch of people funding themselves off of my run. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to know your stuff, okay? And that money gonna have to be paid in full. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. Okay. So it's like these people think about something. It's like weird how they think, but it's a popularity contest to them, I'm guessing. So this could be why, even if the family, if I am Hollywood, why would they try to not make me famous? I mean, I'm not complaining, because I think that is something that saved me. All right. And somebody could be trying to go back and get me again and then make me into one of them. It doesn't mean that they're all an abomination. It just means that it's not the same. Like, we're not the same. So I don't know why they're trying to force themselves to be the same. It's kind of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Again, if it's all about the money and you got the money, why are you trying to be off somebody else's energy? Why are you trying to bring up your clan or something off somebody else's energy after you denied them, and you think that shit is going to work out fine? It's strange to me, the way that individuals think. I came to retrieve it all. And it's almost like that whatever this is, they don't want it to be written, not because they don't want to gloat about it. They already been gloating about it for the past 20 something years. It's almost like they don't want it written because, I don't know, it could be shameful or whatever once they see what they really did, or I don't know, something like that. It's something like cutesy wootsy, because being a child of God, all these different entities get they props for whatever they did. You just ain't God. I mean, that's just all I'm saying. So, I mean, people can get mad if they want to. It's just the way that I see it. And again, these people have more knowledge than I do, but I just try to stick to my guns when it is something that I know and I know no, then you're just not gonna be able to change my mind. That's just how I think. Me, myself, and I. We don't have to know everything, but there is some things that's on a need to know basis. And I know that these people ain't like me. It don't matter if we came from the same family. Most of these people ain't even family members. Like I said, it's all jumbled up. And I go off of that thing of like, you came in the world alone. Unless you had a twin, you're going to die alone. Even if you got a twin, you're going to still die alone. You're still the only one that was in your body that took them first breaths. So, and that's why I said these people came looking for me, the nobody. So I have no choice but to look online and see these social media so-called giants. But they have a choice to be trying to haunt me or stalk me or copy me or be me or whatever this is. This is like gluttony to another level because these people already have populated themselves. They have many different cars that they can jump in and do something with. What you want with me? What you trying to prove? So that's just how I look at it. Like, so these could be parasites that attach themselves on your man, and then this person, that everybody that you was interested or you supposed to be working with, they just wedged their way in these people's lives, and they didn't have you with them to say, that's one of them. Or they'll say, oh, you so prejudiced, that's why we don't like you. No, I'm pointing out the facts. I mean, you could be mad if you want to, but this is what, when God said, Adam, name me these people. Who the fuck you think you is that I ain't gonna say, oh God, this look like a familiar species, you know? And I still looked at them and I still don't find nobody like me. Look through the family and see who is these people. Yeah, I still ain't found nobody like me. Like, I don't know what you want. I'm just telling you, I don't see none. And it ain't even the physical attributes. It's not even the physical attributes. You know? Just is what it is. This is like a different, that's why I know that these people are low vibrational, because this is a different frequency. This is like this is a different frequency where people did, unannounced to us, maybe they, they did separate themselves from the family or get a calling or something. You was not there, you was not privy of it, you don't know how all the way they got where they, but I'm pretty sure it started with something like disconnecting from source, or how these people could have raised these people or these children in some type of trap houses or something, but then they're coming to those of us that are supposed to be getting our harvest, and it's like taking all my stuff and put it in the hands of some children that you produce without me. Because one thing that I did notice about those two definitions is that two people have to make that common decision together. One person cannot make that decision for the other. The shit that they're doing, and I think that's what I was trying to say one day. The things that you're doing is against my will or my free will or my will. I did not pair with you to do that. So it's kind of like these people these have to be people that have not been set standards. They get away with murder, something like this. Nobody never told, somebody spared the rod, and now it's up to God. It's not up to these people no more. That's the consequences. Spare the rod in your home, the police might be knocking on your door within 15 to 20 years. And they may take your child away and there's nothing you can do about it, to jail. And then you will regret not disciplining this child to a certain extent. And some people think discipline is wrong. It just depends on who you are, what you stand for, things like this. So, you know. Shoot. I'm trying to just cleanse this off a little bit because I feel like there's like I had some cards here where there's just like one card missing, stuff. I don't like when my cards are like that. And sometimes I like to talk when I'm cleaning, so or listen to music. I used to listen to music, but if anybody think that I'm gonna bite my tongue or something like this to let you slide on anything, it's just not happening. Should have thought about that before you tried to bombard the whole thing. Yeah, somebody about to be sad, y'all. About to be sad. And also, I was getting, don't worry about it because a lot of these things, they think they're burning evidence, getting rid of who you are. These people don't even, they will never have access to these files. They will never have the access to the real files. Like somebody is the DNA. So somebody could be thinking they're burning one of your bodies or getting rid of one of your body. What they say about dragons don't burn, that means that you could burn the person, but the soul is going to go right back to its own body. So these are people that think that they know enough about esoteric or death or Egyptian knowledge is still a lesser knowledge, is an underground or a dead man's or crypt way of thinking, not, so they have to get you dead first to even start playing with you like that. Like on the physical, like physically arranging things or rearranging things. And it had to be the will. You want me to think that God is going to allow his children is going to be taken care of fully by Egyptians if it's a time of no. And this is what I'm saying. It must be something where I have to step up to a higher power because something is wrong if that is the case, right? And they could just be being on the hush about something. Something is like something is off, all right? They could be on the hush about this while these people play around with it and try to get acquainted or acquainted. I was gonna say acquainted, not reacquainted, but acquainted with these materials or whatever this is that they're using. And again, the brain pattern is not even hooked up proper to be thinking, oh, they's taking your soul, that everybody can't do that. It's not happening on the rate you think. Like, that's why these people dabble in trying to hold people back or hold you up or stop you or, a man that had 25 years to fix his energy with you, and when you leave him, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually or something, and they trying to call out, there's a reason. You should not be panicking because this motherfucking energy ain't attached to yours no more. That's probably a good thing. Just check yourself. And if you still feel the same, who the fuck can tell you that you changed or you different or your soul is gone? No. It could be because the parasite was attached to you. That could be why some people was attached to you. But what were they doing when they was attached to you? Taking from you or something like this? Taking advantage of it? So do you understand? Because I think a lot of people could be fearful of that. Like, oh my God, what if I don't let somebody, what if I do everything right and some demon can still come and taint my soul or something? Well, I don't think that is a thing. That's what they want you to fear. So you can still, again, what? Give them power. Because it says these social people or whatever these people are, these parasites, they usually make their way in with some type of flattery. And flattery is dead. All right. You even think about that with children. Because I was just thinking about how with my D babies, I was sitting there, I was sitting there, how some people, like I told you, these women that be messing with these, or the men that try to get a girl when they're young and always be the struggle for her, or, something like that, or him, that's like parasitical energy, latching yourself to somebody or something so you could have some type of connection or some type of power over them because you took advantage of them knowing that you was too old. Now, somebody was saying you was the oldest one in you was the oldest one in this community or the most mature, or you was the oldest one. No, those people in that community are the oldest ones. I'm the baby. I'm the young one in a sense, or the median energy. Not even saying that, because the spirit that you carry or something could have been here centuries. But do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like somebody trying to blame, separating you from setting you apart, or God set you apart, and somebody want to still bring you in so you could be a part of the blame when these people fall. Like, you either have something to do with these people or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, most of the people that was gravitated on my energy, I didn't even listen to their music. I didn't even, consider these people. I wasn't all in their face or listen to their music all the time or nothing like this. So I'm saying there's another reason why those people, why those chords were connected at that time, right? The thing that they could have done wrong in somebody's situation is what this person is that they sent. They could have thought they was just sending in something, but you and this person is more than that. That could be actually who they try to link me to as a twin flame. That could actually still be me, or that can be, it's so close to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, if there's 100 couples that was sent here, me and this person was one, but we were separated early for some reason or something. So somebody, like, whatever bond they're trying to, is what placed us here or something like this, right? I would imagine these are the people that I come from that don't want to be like nobody else is doing it. You see? So, you know, come how I'll be looking at stuff a little bit. But, like I said, most opportunists and people like this that's trying to get on quick or trying to get rich fast, the way their brain pattern is, you could tell the difference. And the way their brain pattern is, they can't help it. They just can't. You have to be it first. You can't pretend to be. Okay. They want recognition over the wicked things, you know, something like that. Or what they were able to destroy. These people, they don't know how to heal anything. That's a very powerful thing. It's not very powerful to destroy. You could destroy anything, and not even think about it. Well, most people feel some kind of way about it, but maybe not these. There's also like a serial baby daddy or baby mama. They like to go drop. Their proudest thing is, oh, I was able to sneak in and get the daughter of God pregnant and ruin her opportunity, or something like this, or make them birth a new way of thinking that people won't like. And then, since people won't like them, but these are about people that are about likes and shares, or being proper so that people can like you. You get what I'm saying? Things like this. And we ain't down for that. This could even be the gods of Hollywood trying to categorize one as a entertainer, and that is a difference. I don't want to knock entertainers, but entertainers trying to come and tell me something, I'm gonna tell you I'm not an entertainer. I'm whatever the bracket is above the entertainer. And you could look at me as beneath or whatever, but I was made to be whatever is above the entertainer. I'm not meant to be the entertainer. That don't mean that I could never be an entertainer. It just means that that's what I'm bred for. And I should not feel embarrassed if entertainers are bullying me and trying to beat me down so I can be on their level. No, I'm told you what it is. So I could have been the only one in my family, and that's why these people are doing this. You could have been the only one in your family. That's why I don't attest the black sheep anymore. It's putting dirt on something. It's putting stuff that could actually be a beautiful thing. How about calling it set apart? That's what God would want us to do, not take on these things that people say and make it so, like, they make words viral and people just start using them, and they don't really associate or really think about what they're doing or what they're saying, you know right? It can't be that I'm not in the same arena doing the same thing. I just won't be doing your cliche whatever, you know that's just all. People, that's what artistry is about. It's about creating your own way of doing something and doing it that way. This ain't no fucking slavery days where you're going to take a whip to my back because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do something like this, or I don't want to wear that on stage. I could wear something slutty in the house for my man. I just don't want to be in any profession where I would have to wear something slutty in front of millions and billions of people. That's just my opinion. And God is not supporting it and not supporting it. God is not blessing them people more than me because that's something else. You have to, right? You see what I'm saying? And we could talk about the devil, but I don't see everything about the devil as wicked either. But somebody's daddy or owner is different. There's nothing wrong with wearing slutty stuff. I, for one, just would not want to wear. I might wear something slutty for 100 different people, but I don't want to be filmed wearing something slutty. It's just that's my opinion. It's something. It's the way I feel about it. And if somebody knows that that's something about me, and you go out of your way to spend your money to come and invade my privacy and exploit me in that manner, there's something wrong with you, not me. You understand? It's just a body, guys. It's just some flabby skin or tight skin or something that's covering up your bones. Every single person has one. We're not 5 years old. Oh, ugh. Even though a 5-year-old will tell your ass something. You fat. I think I was babysitting a kid one day. He was like, "Oh, he was mad because I wouldn't give him something or whatever." His mom and them probably said like, "Don't give the cookies until after this or something." He was like, "Oh, yeah." He was like, "Oh, you're a McFatty or whatever." You're just a McFatty. And I'm like, ugh. And I think that maybe even one of my daughters was same thing. She was babysitting a kid and he called her fat, but she started, or I was babysitting somebody and the person called her fat and she started crying. But I ain't gonna lie, I was offended. I'm like, boy, go sit your butt down somewhere. Sit your butt down somewhere. Talking that mess. You still ain't getting no damn cookies. But some people don't act like that. Some people, can get their feelings hurt by a kid and they waiting until the time where they can find that kid later on and pinch them or make them fall and trip themselves or, something like this. Like some people is different. Right? And I don't think that just because somebody did wicked things that they can't be blessed by God or something like this. I don't necessarily think that. Like people kill for a living, you know? Some people kill to protect for a living to protect the better power or something like this, right? I promise you, somebody's like, "Oh my God, why are you being nice?" Tear those people down. It doesn't matter if I do that either. It really doesn't. I'm not scared of them retaliating. I just don't feel like I should address. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. And there could be a difference between like a baddie and a badass. A baddie wants some drama. They want somebody to say, I'm urging you, I'm pushing you. And the badass is just somebody they don't got to do nothing. But you better not come over here putting your fucking hands on me, cause then I'm gonna show you. You better not run up on me when I got a weapon in my hand. You better not run up on me. Like, that's that. It's different. Because I feel like somebody was the inspiration. Like people, it's almost like people with like a higher sector or a background or underground, they were looking through some of our memories like, oh, I like this person or whatever. And they became fans of some of us. Some of our memories, they could have became fans of us. But if you're looking at my memories from 1992 and you're looking at me now in 2025 and you think that I should be carrying around some of them same traits, there's something wrong. These people must be remedial, or these are people that didn't grow past and they're never going to grow past the age of 15, even if they look 25, even if they look 50, they're never going to grow past that. Because it's different when somebody say something smart to you when you 15 or run up on you, and when you older, there's a little bit of space there to give the benefit of the doubt. People say what they say and walk away or something. But 9 times out of 10, if that same argument happened when you was 15, it's going to lead to a brawl or something like this, right? So I will never understand a 25-year-old girl with a nice ass body and their whole life ahead of them stopping their time to come and address me Okay, like I said, when I told you somebody can't dress, we're talking about somebody that got money to spend on clothes, all right, but they still can't. When they buy clothes, they ugly, they can't dress. We're not talking about somebody that may be going through a financial bind and they can't buy clothes and they have to wear whatever they can, those are two different things. Okay, so a lot of things, we just double back and express them, and it makes these people look stupid and it makes them get angry. And like I said, when people are remedial and small minded, that's what they do. They get mad instead of thinking about, like, they think that they can do something to you behind the scenes or make snide comments and you're not gonna say nothing back. The flex is to let a motherfucker know regardless that who you talking to check a motherfucker, period. That's the vibe. Okay, you could be telling me you space aliens from outer space, and all you gotta do is zap me right now with some kind of mystery laser, and I could fucking die. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm about to tell you what I said, right? And then they're gonna say, "Well, that was God that struck that person down." This is what I'm saying about the control of the mind. If you have to have control of somebody's mind to convince them of something, you're not that powerful. You're not. And if you have to be riding on my wave and try to use you walking on my red carpet and you try to use that to smite me or something like that, you have an agenda. You're an opportunist or a parasite. That's it. If famous people have to come down here to try to get attention on my wave, who's the famous person? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Who is the famous person? Or who is the person that's so called special? Who's the special person? Now, I know this ain't no crush of nobody that's a famous person on a regular person, and they frustrated because they can't get you amongst their friends to accept you to get you in that avenue, and so they could be like doing this. Okay, like, I don't know how to explain this, guys. I really don't. All right. So obviously, it's not like they show you on the movies where somebody could just show up at your house with some flowers and woo you or something like this. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a little bit harder for you to get something. Okay. Somebody could be feeling some kind of way about getting to someone. Or imagine somebody like skipped you and ran up to heaven thinking that they was going to control everything, ruin all your life and everything. And now they want you with them, and they have to wait another 25 years or something because they were proving something to some people to pick this or pick that, right? And now they're going to be having to suffering. These people are going to be happy in relationships, even the ones that fake like they broke up or fake like that to cause drama to get a stir going on to get views or get social media fame. You know what I'm saying? And now you had the real thing. You were the only one out of this 100 couples that was going to have the real thing, and you let somebody fuck it up or convince you to go at it alone or leave the person behind. You get what I'm saying? In all ways, shape, or form. And now when you try and get back to the person, you can't even get back to the person. All right. But whoever this is might want to make sure that they're on a certain side of things so they still look good. And it'd be like, well, at least you had an upgrade when you left that person, and that person did not have one or something like this. Okay. you know? Or imagine like a whole bunch of people claiming to be your sister or your twin or something, kin to these people. Or this is something that was made in a test tube after you were born, but they want to have something of yours or whatever. Okay? Something like that. Like, people are claiming to be your family members. You're not even out there in the public. You're not even out in the public, and people are claiming to be this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got to think about stuff with common sense. Just sometimes you do. And I just feel like a lot of people don't, you know? Or like, what do I owe you to be kind to you even for a second? If you're watching a whole bunch of people target me and you come towards me and I got an attitude, well, if we're heavenly beings, you should have a proper understanding of why I might have gave you that response. And I don't have time for you trying to come towards me with no love bombing unless you got a real plan or real movements. You know what I'm saying? Not even a plan, some real, excuse me, movements. Okay. And so, you could be offended. You wanted to be offended anyways, because, if my friend or cousin is being jumped by like 12 girls or something, and I go in there and try to help her, and then she accidentally punched me while we're fighting or whatever, I'm not gonna want to fight her because she punched me. I know that you didn't try to punch me. We two of us trying to get 12 bitches off of you. So you just probably hit me on by mistake. Okay. All right. And that's why I said I don't have time. I'm not here to see people on that level right now. Whatever this is that they tried to stage, I'm not here to see people on that level at this moment. So it's best, and I think a lot of people just stay back, right? Right? A lot of people, a lot of people stay back because of that reason. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's saying fix you, but I feel like it's this person that's broken. Okay. It's this person that's broken. It's these people that's broken. You know? It's these people that's broken. Now they want to know why you want to be so rude. Okay, let's just keep this. It's these people that's broken and they know it. Somebody definitely could have been convinced about, like by a Delilah energy to cut somebody off from something. All right. Imagine that. You starving or something, and then, yeah, something like, yeah. All right, so we got the Emperor here. I promise you, them boys down there in Vietnam, even though I don't know what it would have been like, or maybe I was there, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they wasn't thinking about that when they were out there, in the trenches. This is the same thing as the trenches. For some people. Okay. And you know what? I notice a lot of direct people, they can be coming off as rude. They can, but maybe they dealt with a lot of stuff that they had to start being very direct and come off as rude, and they don't care. Hold on, I need glasses. Nay. Your there's little stuff in here, It's like really bad right there. I got the window open and everything. I just feel like I need some more light. Fuck you won't be. Yeah. Okay. Most of you people know that you could be a little booger. But that's like, let me tell you what this is like. Say we find out that these people, this is what they've been making so much money, not from rapping and shit, or not from doing something, but from soul snatching or, hunting humans, right? Okay. Say we find out. Ooh, that's bright. Say you find out Okay, because I'm getting like, I don't know why people keep trying to associate me with Selena. Maybe something like this happened to me or something, or um, maybe this was a reincarnate or a splice, okay, of somebody like that shares the same phenotype or something like this, or the same group. Now, this is like me pointing out the fact that my aunt, my mother's sister, looks just like Selena's killer. This particular aunt didn't really show that much interest in me. She kind of used to pump up my. I'll come visit. She'd be like, "Oh, I just wish your sister was here. I bought her this diamond ring or whatever. I'm trying to give it to her or whatever. I bought it for Christmas. I was thinking, or I bought it. I thought about her when I picked it up. Oh, okay. Like trying to rub it in my face or something like this when I would go visit her or something like this once in a while. And like I said, if I don't like something, I'm just not doing it. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's an auntie or something like this or an elder and they treat me weird or something, like I don't have to come over here. Because people say you gotta be like this with you don't gotta do shit. Because again, if you've been in some kind of spirituality loop, you ain't even looking at the world the way that these people want you to be looking at it. Maybe you used to, maybe you will in the future again. And maybe you just not, you know, that's fine too, right? Your reckoning could just be not participating. Like, if this is a ritual, maybe other people was like, oh, it's a ritual, but I get this. All right, y'all, I forgive y'all. And maybe I'm somebody that's like, no, I don't like that shit. It was totally disrespectful. And no, I don't wish to continue on with this portion. I'll go create my own as a creator. Like, and they're like, okay, just go. Well, okay, make sure I get all the energy from every single one of y'all, and I get all the other shit that's due to me, and then we'll see where you sitting at when I walk away with all my stuff. Because what you've been doing is letting other people walk away with our stuff or with my stuff, and try to make it like a point like they doing better. And then these people trust the families or trust these organizations, and you'll start looking at these people, and you'll realize that these people took your face of your person or the people that were special to you, and they're wearing it. They're not showing themselves exactly like themselves as famous, but they didn't took and got surgery to look like your favorite person or something like this, or favorite rapper. And then they're sitting there holding the wealth that rapper could have been, or if that person was a mate of yours or a spouse of yours, okay, before they did the same sex, because the same sex made it okay for people to only deal with people that got money like them. So if I come down here and I steal all your money and I bring it up with me, then now you're not a match for me no more. But the reason why I had the eagle eyes on, not me, but the reason why the person had the eagle eyes on paying attention to you is because they lusted after your face, what came with me, right? And if they were able to steal that and take it back, then now you're not same sex, or you're not same sector as them. You're poor and they're rich, right? And they could have did this to people that get inheritances because they feel like you didn't work hard, or you wasn't, you know ran around like a mule, even though these people act like they enjoyed their celebrity life. They think that you didn't work hard, you wasn't in those practices, learning them dance moves like Beyonce and them for 24 hours straight. Your knee is broken and you still, well, I didn't sign up for that. I could be somebody that was signed up this time because of what I've done in the past to just receive this time. That could be a thing. That could be a thing, right? So these people have no right, and they're gonna probably have to learn a lesson, really. So, I don't know who's teaching it, but maybe professing this and speaking about it in this manner is bringing this forward. Maybe, you know. So Yeah, we got the emperor. Somebody could be traveling towards this person. All right. I was hearing also that wait, and it was good. Somebody could have traveled something towards somebody, right? For something. I wonder if this is this Sierra the Chosen. Somebody could have traveled towards somebody to, well, I'm not gonna call it have sex because this would be rape and pillage. Because the person was uninvited. Somebody could be obsessed. Or this could even be somebody's parent, parent, or somebody that posed as a parent. I don't know why I was hearing Magic School Bus. Mrs. whatever her name is on the Magic School Bus. All the cartoons that were in my feed yesterday were mainly the cartoons that my oldest daughter used to. That could be significant, like children that's close to like 25. The things that were coming in my feed, the cartoons, they were um they were more around the time when that child. This could even be a reminder of when a child was actually taken from someone or sacrificed. All right. People are not looking at you as a rule. I mean, they might not be looking at you as a healer, a mental healer, somebody that's going to coddle them through something. I didn't come here for that. I didn't told you that several times. But they want somebody that's going to talk to nice to them. All right. And again, somebody might be like, "Oh, the person talked you out of your spot or something because this person talking nice to them." Okay, and somebody gonna talk that person out of their spot and out of their spot because that's not the spot that I was supposed to be in the first place. You see? Because even if this is this Adrian energy, when I was 12, I was supposed to get that abundance or something like this, but y'all gave it to that person. Yeah, somebody could have got manipulated to do so. Yeah. So that the emperor cannot be successful, that the emperor could be just used as like a bank account or something for these people. Now, this person could be trying to come back towards you and, oh, I want to come back home or something like this, but they're being manipulated to do this, or they're the ones that manipulated this. You being looked at as an emperor, okay, and not being single and successful, or you being looked at as like a masculine, or somebody could be trying to reincarnate me now as a boy, so I can't step up and get the things that I worked hard as a woman, right, to move towards these things. They're like, okay, we'll give it, but let's make the. And I said, no, I want it exactly how I am. If I want to stand in front of the world right now and say, hey, I'm going to change myself, and then I start the process and I want to show people every single piece of that's my own business, you know? Now, again, some people could go for the wealth and stuff first, and then they end up falling off at the end. And somebody could have did it like this so that you could, I don't know, they could be take because I was hearing some people didn't. Okay, what I was hearing is some people didn't have money to get into the underworld or the afterlife, right? And somebody could have came up with a plan like, okay, we don't have it, but this person got money. Let's leave them out of their money. We could all get into and then when we get on, we'll give the money back to the person. Like some people did not have, it's something like this. And it's like, dude, to realize what happened, you know, you might can't do it anyway. You might can't even get into the afterlife anyway. You had to the money doesn't matter. They got to pay for something that these people did not do. They did not get into alignment. You had to pay with that. You had to pay with this type of energy here. See, God would have had to already show the pathway. Can't just take somebody else's or jump on somebody else's. If you're somebody that never did this before, then nobody has the right to do it to you. Somebody did something wrong. That's just it. Because I'm hearing that somebody was stood up and took the role of a masculine energy. You could have got left behind. Somebody could have traveled, and you did something here, without the soulmate. Okay, you got into alignment without the soulmate. You may even be somebody that wasn't single and successful. You were depending on another person in a relationship, and I don't like to use that term depending on, because if we make a verbal agreement, that's just what the verbal agreement is. If you was in love with somebody and you made a verbal agreement at that moment to stay home with the kids or something, that's what the fucking agreement was. You're not depending on that person. Was a verbal agreement. So, you know, somebody could have, there's a lot of different things here to accomplish, is what I want to say. Yeah. We got highway or priest. Okay. The highway could be the path going off the beaten path. Well, there is a pathway here. Um, but again, the highway, they're saying the grass is the highway, but that's not really it. This could also be the highway here. Um, let's see. Mm-hmm. Because you could be with a go with the flow type of person here. And I don't think my videos are for direction, unless that's what it comes off to with other people. It's not direction for me though. Somebody could have the soulmate could have chose the highway, or thought that they was choosing the highway, but they went with the grasses with a bunch of people. They could be working with the greens, or like I said, these people. They left you behind and worked with these people. But somebody told them this was the highway, but it's not. It's not even higher than these trees, right? So somebody could be trying to bind themselves to you so you can only have the same two choices that they have. And that's like, nah, I gotta go. All this is higher. You see what I'm saying? All this is higher. Could have even had somebody attached to you all this time that was a parasite. They were not a soulmate. And you were able to still get in alignment on these levels here, right? Even this priest is with this person that's beneath them but supposed to be ascending. Maybe this priest is protecting this person's crown, their mind. This could be a priest. It's like, you did that thing to me when I was young, priest. I don't want to be ashamed of this. Okay. And I don't want to be ashamed. So somebody is blocking something. Icy cold blue. Somebody used to go to this person's church. This could be a very effeminate pastor. Like, say this could be your cousin, sister-in-law, a neighbor girl, but they put your name on there so that the priest can get the money. But the real person that this happened to, it's not you. This is somebody else. This is some. This is somebody else. Somebody could be trying to get you to talk about their case. They could be frozen somewhere here. Okay, only a little fire lit in here for this priest. I don't know. Somebody could have been messing with a priest. And there's legal matters here. So somebody could be, you might need something from this person's dome to put your puzzle back together. But this person is, because something that they did, that they humiliated with this person. All right. Mm, okay. Now, shit, this could be another version of you, but they got taken away with a different. I don't like to call them silly boys and girls, but the people that could have been even led astray to go on missionaries with their church or something like this, right? Because even yesterday, I know how my memory went. Because I think Keisha Cole was popping on the radio with I Should Have Let You Go. Or one of her songs was really like popping on the radio when I used to listen to the radio. And I remember that last trip I think I took with my sister and them. And we had already went to one trip. We met some people there. When I was talking to one of these people, they was like, "Oh yeah, I live there. Oh, you're gonna be, you gonna be at the airport." I said, "Yeah, I'm flying out. I'm about to be going here, but we got a layover for like 2 hours or an hour or something, at JFK or something like this." And um, so um, what was I gonna say? So I met up with the person in between the layover, but somebody's trying to make it seem like, oh, you got kidnapped right there. You didn't get on your plane, but I did get back to the airport and go on. I was I was still at the airport on the premises, and I did get on my plane and get to and leave. Okay. Now somebody is sending me that black box, but I did get on. I don't know what they talking about because I did go. On my trip. I got on my plane and I went where I was supposed to be going. You know, So I don't know. Somebody could be trying to force a change in the narrative of some type of situation here. Or you know how somebody could take advantage of a situation because they know that that's the way it is. Somebody could have felt like the only reason why you were so free to do something is because you knew that you was the president's daughter and people would back it up and fix it. But somebody didn't live that life. That was not my reality. I don't know if it was somebody else's, right? Or I could be the only one that was oblivious to the fact that there was following people around me for whatever reason. For whatever reason, shit, it could be a higher up person that was trying to sacrifice me because they knew what my future would behold. And they exploited me and turned creeps on to me. And these creeps still cared for me. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit, like Marilyn Monroe and things like this or whatever. There's levels, right? And I could have not known. Like, and I don't want to even call these people, but I'm hearing the freaks come out at night. I'm sorry. No offense if these people are kind, but that's just how they're telling me to describe it. All right. A freaky situation, like where a cluster of people are attached to you for whatever reason, and at least one of them find a way to pop up where you at, even if you traveling on a network system. Okay. But you didn't know that this was going on here. All right. So there could be somebody here, a doctor. It doesn't have to be a doctor, but this could be somebody that knows how to go through files or paperwork. See, I got this file. There was a file in reverse with some situation. So somebody could have been looking through this file and saying, "Oh, this person is not supposed to be in poverty, though." All right. So I don't know. This could be somebody's situation, and this may be about to cause some legal issues or some type of destruction here. All right. Or again, somebody could have found out that you're not one of the people in poverty. This person said, no, this person's supposed to have this much money. And somebody came in and started destroying paperwork so that nobody could ever find these files. Okay. And we got a fallen angel here. Somebody is not being seen in divinity here. Okay. Because of this, somebody could have started damaging things. All right. Um, This could be somebody that could be falling for you. They want to be with you on earth or something. They don't want you to go into whatever other avenue. I don't know. I'm just thinking something like this. Okay. This like Jupiter ascending energy, right? They don't want it like that. Trying to hold on to you. But also, I was hearing with parasite is somebody that takes away from your life, but they don't give nothing back. Or they block other stuff from coming back to you by being in your life and they're not bothered by that. Maybe you didn't wasn't aware of this. These don't have to be people that are right up on you in your house. These could be people at a distance off your server like this. Okay. So this could be also I did it again energy. Um this Sarah Brittany energy. Um um because I feel like that's what her fan base was. That's why, I mean, she had her but then as she, you know, was coming down off of her high or whatever, um, a different crowd of fans surround. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to be leaving. A different crowd of fans surrounded her, and it's making me think about tarot readers or something like this, or like I said, sunflower energies, people that drop seeds or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, hold on one second.